Hi everyone, this is the third video from State Polytechnic, the first year drafting class. I'm going to teach you a few things today. The first will be how to pull up a property dialogues box. So if you ever draw a line or something and you click on it, the first thing I'll show you is that you can click on this, and these are called grips. Whenever these three squares pop up, this will be a grip, and I can just grab that and pull the end of it, or I can grab by the middle and move it, or grab by this end and extend it. You can do a few things with grips. What also happens when you just select a line, that's when you get your grips. You can type in props. I think it's props that I want. And I think my property dialog box will pop up. There it is. And then when I click on that line, all the properties of that line will then pop up. It tells me the angle it's at, tells me the length of that line. So I wanted to show you that you can get your property dialogs, your property dialog box. And you can also select an object. See, the property box stays active, and now I select that line, it'll give me all the properties of that line. It's 2 foot 1 long, and all that fun stuff. So if you ever want to see properties of something, you know what layer it's on, and see the layers on layer 0 and all that. I'll change that later, but that's how you can do that. And I close the property box, and I've already taught you two things: grips and the property box. Bifold doors. Whenever we draw bifold doors, I think this door here is 5 feet. It is 5 feet. This one here is 4 feet. I'm going to draw these 4-foot doors here. So this is 5 feet. So those are 4-foot doors. When I draw bifold doors, I'll just use the rectangle command again. So use rectangle, and if I have 4-foot bifold doors, that means each leaf in this bifold is 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 leaves. That means each leaf will be a foot. So I'm going to draw a rectangle. I'm going to go 1, 12 inches, and then I want to rotate this. So I just use RO for rotate. Specify the base point, and then type in 45. So this door is now at a 45-degree angle. I can then mirror that. So I can mirror and select that point right there, and it'll mirror on that point. Select erase the source objects. No, I do not want to erase them, and there's my door. And then I can just mirror this whole thing. Let's see, I'm going to draw a line here. What I'm going to do first, I'm going to draw a line right there, and then offset it. Actually, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to just draw a line from here. So I'm going to start a line here and draw it 48, so 4 feet. That's how, that's going to be from that jam to that jam. I know that's 4 feet. And then I'll just mirror this on that center point. Last class we set up the O-snaps, and we set up a center point on that. So now I know that this is 4 feet, and these 4 doors combined to be 4 feet wide. And then I rotate them, rotate in that direction, and then just move them into place. I can move them. I've already got doors sitting there, but they would be sitting right there. I'll undo that because I don't want those and erase them. I've already done that. Also showed you another way to get doors into your walls nice and quickly. This here is a 2'6" door. There it is, 2'6". I'm going to copy that door. I'm going to copy it as per a base point. Specify a base point. I'll select that corner right there, and then move it over to here. And then when I want to move it into place, I know that all my door jams behind my door, I'm going to have 3-inch jam plus the 3-inch return plus a 1-inch jam. So I'll just move this door 3 inches that way. It's now sitting on top of that other door, so I don't want that. I'll just get rid of that. To copy to the next door, I know that I'll just copy this door now. Copy like this, select that base point, and then base point it to here, boom, and then all of a sudden I can just put all my doors on the same wall. If I want to mirror this, I can mirror this wall like that, door, like that, and then rotate it to get it the way I want it to be. Selecting my windows, rotate it, mirror it again, sorry, mirror that again, and yes, that time I do want to delete the source object. And again, do the same thing, just move that door in, so that point right there sits on that corner of the wall, and then I just move that whole door over. Oopsie, selected the wrong stuff. Select that, that arc, and this arc, and then just move it over in this direction 3 inches, and there, sitting right on top of that door. I was going to undo all that. I don't want to do that either. That's just a really nice way to start locating your doors quickly. Erase. Monday morning, a little rusty. I can also locate all my windows. So whenever I dimension a window, we usually dimension it to the center point of a wall. Don't have my drawing in front of me, but I'll see how far this is. That's 6 feet. So offset. Oopsie. Offset this wall here 6 feet. I want that wall there. just going to move this thing out of the way. Move them all out of the way. I'm going to see how far this is. I forgot, so just let me check something here for a second. 11 foot 10, okay. Sorry, just doing homework in front of you. I know that this window, what is it, a 5 foot window? 5 foot window? That's going to be, here's a 5 foot window. The center point of that is going to be that distance away from that exterior wall. I think we said 6 feet. So I'll just copy this one, just see which one of my windows here is a 5 footer. That one is. I'm going to copy this one down from midpoint of exterior wall right there, and just plunk it in this place right here. Then I offset this wall. I think it's 11 foot 10. Be any distance you want, and then you just copy it. Copy that window to there. And that's how you can start locating all your windows. If this window here is a bit smaller, then you can just stretch it. Say it's a 3 foot window, you can stretch 12 inches that way. Use S for stretch and stretch it this way. I went through some of these commands in my previous video, so you should be able to get them. That's how you can put your windows in nice and quickly. I have some dimensions set up. You might wonder how I set up those dimensions. I type in dim style, go to annotate. I can select my dimensions here. So what I do is I type in dim style, like wild style from the Lego movie, but dim style. Type in dimension style. The dimension I'm using is standard. So I think the default in AutoCAD 2015 might be ISO 25. I'm going to go to standard, and then I'm going to modify it. So now I'm getting into the actual how these dimension styles are set up. These are defaulted to by block. These 7 things here, I want them all to be by layer. So if you have AutoCAD default, it should say by block. Please change them to by layer, and change every number to 2. Not every, but almost. Extend beyond ticks 2. Baseline spacing 2. Extend beyond dimension lines. Offset from origin, make it all 2. This one here should be grayed out, which is okay. Symbols and arrows, I want them to be architectural tick. Arrow size 2. Center marks 2. Break size 2. Jog height factor 2. Leave that dimension at angle at 45 degrees. Text, I just go with the standard text. I think I'm using Arial right now, and the text height is 3. It's the only thing that's not a 2. Offset from dimension line, that's a 2-incher. Fit, I just left everything at, don't change that to a 2. That's the overall scale of the drawing. And primary units, I work in imperial, so I work in feet and inches, so I set up to architectural, an accuracy of 1/256, and leave everything else as is. That's all we're using now. So you can pause this. I know I went over that quickly, but you can pause it and figure out all that stuff for yourself. Now when we're using dimensions, and then when you close that off, just hit set current and close it. Now when you're using the dimensions, you can go to annotate, and I want to use this here. Dimension linear is the default. Little dimension from that line, and I go to the outside to the left of that line, 14 foot 10, and then you can just go continue. So here's continue here, and it'll just keep snapping, and dimensions will stay active until I hit escape or enter. So you can do all your dimension strings like that, and I can do another one here. I'm going to do dimension linear. I'm going to do this dimension string, and then I'll just hit continue, and I'm just going to make some up now. I'll just keep snapping wherever I want, and it'll just stay active until I tell it not to be active anymore. There's a match properties command, so also layers. I'll do layers first. So we set up some layers in this drawing. My layer properties are here. So you hit the layer property box right there, and then what you can do is you hit this button right here, and it'll make a new layer. So if you want to make a new layer, it'll highlight it, and then you can make any layer name you want. You can use AIA standards. I use a number in the front which denotes the line thickness. So I'll do 005. I'll call it stair. Make one called stair just for fun. And all of my line thicknesses will be denoted by color, which I'll define later. And I want to call this one gray 8. So I can just click on the color, change it. If you want to make it into a different kind of line too, you can select the hidden line or load. You can load a whole variety of line types here. I don't want to load it anymore. I want it to be a continuous line, so that's good. If you want another layer, just hit the layer again. There's a little box right there. Hit that, make another layer, and continue to put things on those layers. I'll just leave that. Let's see if I delete it. Can I delete that layer? Yes, I just right click on it and delete it. There, I want to delete that layer. Good, and layer 1 I already deleted as well. So I can go back, get out of here. And now I want to put things on layers. I made a layer called 005 dims or doors and windows, so you can see that is now on that layer. To change something from one layer to the next, I can just highlight the actual thing hit the down arrow up here and then just put on the layer that I want. So if for some reason I wanted that dimension on the doors and windows layer, I could do that. I could also use this command here called match properties, which is this iPod with the paintbrush. Click match props. It'll take all the properties of the object you hit first and put it on the objects that you select after that, and then hit escape. So right now all those walls are now on the doors and windows layer because I use the match properties box right here. Take all the properties from the first object, and put them on all the objects you want them on after that. I want to put all those back on the wall. Leave that dimension string for now. It'll be kind of fun. Taught you all about match properties today, layers, grips, properties box, and dim styles, and how to draw a bifold. That should be good for today. Hopefully things are going well, and if you ever need anything online or anything, please let me know and I'll try and help you out. Peace.